Hey guys, welcome back to the vlog. Something no one is talking about. You've all heard about the kids in Sephora, right? About how they're going in there, little girls terrorizing all of the drunk elephant samples, mixing them all up, creating chaos, driving the customers up the wall, giving the employees a hard time. No one is talking about the kids in CVS. So I have yet to actually encounter the Sephora kids myself. Granted, I don't go into Sephora too often, but my most recent times in there, I saw no kids being wild. However, my most recent CVS Shop With Me video, there were so many kids in there from unattended. They had to call the police. They weren't being really bad or anything, but they were being kids, you know. I went to pick up a box of this new, some kind of hair wax removal thing, and I suspect one of those little sneaky snakes, they opened the box and the stuff fell out, like a little prank. So yeah, I mean, they were in there and they had gotten a hold of like some stuffed animal and they were throwing it to one another across the aisles, you know. There's also the library is over there, and a lot of times I go in the library and the librarian has to tell the kids to stay in the kids section. Like, we're talking middle school age, because they'll go over to the regular fiction section or whatever, and they'll sit there and chit chat, and so the librarian makes them go over to the kids section and says they have to stay over there. I think they're just trying to contain them when they're in there being loud. It's not a rule though that like kids under the age of whatever 18 have to stay in the kids section if they're unsupervised, is it? I wouldn't think so. But today I am running errands. You saw I washed my car because it was so filthy, you guys. It's embarrassing. I mean, it was filthy to the level of hazardous to my health to touch the door handle type of thing. So I just did that. But the reason I had put it off for so long is because you'll recall the last time you and I tried to go to get my car washed, which is always a treat for you guys, I know. It was all closed off because they were like digging up the cement. Well, I just went through there and they've totally changed up that car wash to where they have these, I'm gonna try it one day when I'm feeling, you know, maybe when I have a little bit more time. They have the self-service car wash stations now, which I have always loved. Like as modern of a nuisance as self-checkout is or is not, depending on how you look at it. Self-car washing stations I have always loved. I prefer doing it myself. I just feel like it's fun to do. So they have those now where you can like vacuum out the car, but they no longer offer interior cleaning. I got my interior cleaned there one time and they did an okay job, but I just basically go through the drive-through thing. And a lot of people don't like going through those drive-through car washes because it can, you know, wackadoodle your side mirrors or whatever, but for my car it's never really been a problem. And so I do it that way. I'm on my way to, of course, Costco because I need to get gas. The other thing I need to get at Costco is dishwasher pods. They're the Kirkland dishwasher pods. That's it. That is the end-all be-all dishwasher pod. Price per unit wise, performance. Every time I deviate and try another brand, what I don't know what this science is, and maybe somebody can explain it. But I've had some brands of dishwasher pods, and maybe it's all in my head. You run the dishwasher, and it's like that particular pod makes the dishes come out wet, like they don't dry properly. I don't know what that's about. I had these pods though that were so bad they would leave. The fragrance in the pods was so strong it would like permeate silicone-based cookware, spatulas and the like. Those were the worst. That was an Ibotta rebate disaster, because this is the thing. I use Ibotta. It's a rebate app. And I will get on there and be like, oh, I've never heard of this brand before, or this is a new product because it's on Ibotta and I'll get a rebate. I think this would be a good time for me to try it and see if I like it. So sometimes I'll try other brands of things, like, a brand I don't typically buy. So that's how I discovered, I think it was Cascade. And Cascade has so many different versions of dishwashing detergent at this point that I think it was the Cascade came in. It was like the little pods that are like, they have a little division to them, and one side's like purple goo and the other side's purplish white powder, and they all come together. Anyway, yeah, it was something like that. Man, it was the worst. So I'm sticking to Kirkland because they're the best. And I also need Kirkland garbage bags for my kitchen garbage bags, because they're the ones that reliably fit my stupid garbage can. So my apartment complex, and let me know if you live in an apartment and they make you do this, they insist on this valet trash. Sounds bougie, doesn't it? Ooh, valet trash. It's the complete opposite of that. It is such a dumb thing, for lack of a better word. Basically, the apartment complex contracts with this valet trash company such that you're required to use their issued trash can for your trash, and also their issued bags for your recycling. And then you put it outside of your door, and allegedly they come anywhere between these random hours in the evening, and they take your trash. They take it literally to the dumpster, which is so dumb, especially for me, because the dumpster is so close. It's like just a few more steps and I'm at the dumpster. This is not a free service. They force you to pay for this service. Not to mention the fact that if you do not bring their issued trash can into your apartment as soon, like by the end of the night, then you get a fine. They'll fine you for leaving your empty trash can out there. That being said, I do not believe they enforce this rule, because people now leave their trash out all day, which of course attracts pests. There's that. And sometimes it'll stink up the hallway, which is awful. But this is something we're paying for. We can't opt out of. You're required to pay for it. It's a fee. If there's a holiday, the valet trash is not valeting. And I mean, they're pretty liberal with what they consider a holiday. Like, I swear, they got off for Valentine's Day. I was like, and Halloween, I want to say. Plus, they do not come Friday and Saturday night. So, and of course, what did people do? They are like, I'm paying a fee to have my trash taken to the dumpster for me. So on these off days, I'm not gonna take my trash to the dumpster, because why would I do something I'm already paying to do? I'm just gonna save my trash out in the hallway again. It's the worst. I really resent it. The issued trash can that we have to use, that we're required to use, only accepts, like, is real fickle in terms of the bags that it takes. I mean, it's like, could this get any dumber? Valet trash, like, and I get it. It's probably a nice service for people who, you know, are not, you know, maybe have some mobility issues or something of that sort. But like for me, I'm right next, like I'm so close to the dumpster. It's just like, ugh. I take mine out most of the time because I just, it's like, why not, you know? Anyway, I flattened my gums so much that we are here at Costco, pretty much. Actually, we're over by the movie theater. There has not been any movie that has come out of late that I have any interest in seeing whatsoever. This movie theater over here, though, it's the only movie theaters, as a side note, they have become a dying industry nowadays, and this also annoys me. I know I'm kind of just pointing out random stuff today. You're like, what did I sign up for by clicking into this video? You never know, you guys, you never know. I hate that movie theaters are now all turning into these added extra expensive experiences where you can't just like go to a normal movie theater and sit in a normal movie theater seat and eat normal movie theater popcorn. You've got to have like reclining chairs and all of this other luxury stuff, which I get it, it's probably nice from time to time, but that has like become, anytime a new movie theater is going to open, it's going to be one of those. It's going to be one of those extra expensive movie theaters. So the baseline movie theater is no longer coming out anymore. You hear what I'm saying? Which makes movie theater going inaccessible. That adds up. That's expensive. So that bothers me. But all that ranting aside, that movie theater over there is like one of the last movie theaters in the area. They have a few, but one of the last like basic movie theaters where, you know, there's not like the reclining seats and all that. But all that to say, they don't do the best job with maintenance there. And so sometimes you'll go there to the movies and like the audio won't be synced up to the film. Or one time I went there to see a movie that was supposed to have the 3D glasses, and the 3D aspect of it was like all messed up. And so it was just like yeah. And the thing that is kind of almost comical is they'll be like, instead of just turning the movie off and saying, we're having a technical problem, please, you know, wait or head to the front and get a refund. No, they just keep playing it and acting like everything's fine and dandy. And it's like, hello. So I say that, but probably they're so understaffed at these places that somebody flips a button and then they've got to go up to the front and do some whole other task, some whole different job description. So that's probably what happens there. Oh Lord, you can't be intimidated at the Costco gas pump. It's always super crowded here, but I have to say it moves pretty quickly. That was only 23 bucks, which is not too bad. But imagine my disappointment. I'm out there pumping gas and I take note of the back of my car. Still completely filthy. I don't know what happened with the change up at the drive-through car wash, however they re-engineered it or whatever. Apparently the car wash is no longer washing the back of the car. I have never had that happen to me going through that car wash. And I've gone through that car wash, well, y'all know who watch, because I take you guys through there all the time. It's filthy back in the back of my car. Just the, you know, back by where the license plate is. It looks so weird too. Like it look better dirty than it does like, it looks weird now. The strawberry coconut milk shampoo from Pantene is on sale, $9.99. I'm seriously tempted to buy it, even though I don't need a have a Pantene shampoo and conditioner that I'm using currently that I really like, but I'd also like to smell like strawberries and coconut. The water cream that I love so much is on sale, $22.99 for the 2, down from $29.99. I have another jar, otherwise I would buy it because that's a pretty good deal. And I really like this one. It has natural moisturizing factors, urea, fragrance free. This looks like a nice outdoor welcome mat. Be our guest for spring, $9.99. That's not a bad price at all because these can be really expensive. They also have this antimicrobial scraper mat for getting the gunk out of your shoes, $12.99. Does anyone have a Ninja Creamy? I keep seeing people rave about these. $179.99. You get, what do you get with this? All these little pints. Someone said that theirs started smoking, and apparently that's like a common issue, which Ninja is usually pretty good. They said they were able to get a refund and the company sent them a new one that works well, but that would annoy me to no end if that happened, because the last thing I want to do is buy something and then have it start smoking and have to deal with somebody. You can do a frozen drink, a milkshake, Italian ice, frozen yogurt, gelato, sorbet, light ice cream, creamicino. Just making stuff up to add an 11th option on there, creamicino. I guess like frappuccino, okay. I have a Ninja blender, which I absolutely adore. I've got this one over here. Does a pretty good job. But I get intrigued by the deluxe system with the food processor option. A warming tray, $44.99. Oh my goodness, I need to walk away quickly from this because I always get tempted to buy these Dash waffle makers and then they end up just taking up space and I never make the waffles. But these are so cute. Look, they're for spring. You have a little bunny, shamrock, sunflower, a bee, mini galore. Does it come with a heart too? Yep. That's quite a few options. Oh, and it's good because it's just the one and then you swap out the plates. That makes sense. Comes with a storage box for all of them. What do my eyes see? But gotta check it out even though 10 out of 10 don't need one. Cup holder and a water bottle. Then they have them in mini too. $14.99 for the mini ones, $23.99 for the 2-pack of the larger ones. Thermo flasks, $19.99. I don't care for drinking out of stuff like that. Nordic ware is good. I have some Nordic ware baking sheets and I really like them. I've never seen a baking sheet that small, but handy for serving, like a little lunch tray. That's cute. $17.99 for 4 of them. Silicone muffin pans. I have many of those. Ooh, look at this Texas charcuterie cutting board, grazing board, whatever. That's nice. Ooh, it's smooth too. Austin. Oh, I like that. $24.99. The Destination series. Looks like there's a Arizona one, a Virginia one. Cool. Ah, here we are. Ultra Shine, $115. Well, the Puma sports bras I like have released some jazzy colors, if I do say so myself. This fuchsia and this vibrant, bold pink. Lavender shade is also new. I love these Felina tanks too. They're really comfortable and flattering. I like that color, that's new. I adore Carol Hochman robes, but do not buy these satin smooth, I want to say, or no, maybe it's these seamless briefs, because this part starts to unravel. These little lounge shorts are cute. By Jane and Bleecker. I like those. Little flower print. Looks like Costco has a good selection of new books in. Love this, but it's very intense. This looks interesting. The Secret Book. Romantic comedy. Oh, Curtis Sittenfeld. I read Prep, and I thought that was a pretty good book. I read it a long time ago. Can't remember all the details, but I know I enjoyed it. So I might like that. I've never read anything by this author. The Hotel Nantucket is one she wrote. The Castaways. Looks good. Remarkably Bright Creatures. $17.99. Brooklyn. Costco, why do you have to put the sticker right there? Although I will say the Costco stickers, they come off pretty easily. Like, they don't leave a sticky residue on the books. A Touch of Chaos. $11.99. Let me know if y'all have read any of these. What the dealio is. Sisters of Belfast. Looks good. This bird has flown. Oh my gosh, this looks like a good time. Create a Face, Cats and Dogs. Look at that little cat winking at you. These are so cute. It's like a sticker book. They also have Farm Animals and Fashion Divas. You can put like the sunglasses on them. We made it out alive, ladies and gentlemen. We made it out alive. Man, 5 or 6 years ago when I first started on this channel, the bane of the strip mall life was the Sprint store. Those things were popping up left and right. Nothing more useless for an average day-to-day need than a Sprint store. I mean, you need a Sprint store once a year. Don't see them anymore. The Sprint store has been replaced with the smoke and vape shop. And now I've committed to this turn lane. I'm gonna be stuck here because you know they're not gonna let me over, that's for sure. They're not gonna let me over, so I'm just gonna sit here. You know another thing, you guys? Now that I'm stopped here at this intersection, what has happened, and I never thought I would say this in such a pining for tone, Houstonians, what has happened to the grackles? When I first moved here, it was like something out of an Alfred Hitchcock movie with the grackles. I mean, they were everywhere, everywhere. You could not escape seas of grackles. It was like this dystopian thing. And I mean, the grackles themselves, which is this type of blackbird, crow, they themselves were like a very dystopian bird. I remember I saw a one-eyed, one-legged grackle hobbling around eating Whataburger leftovers in a parking lot one time, and I was like, dang. So yeah, but now I don't see them anywhere, and I'm saying that because it used to be you'd stop at a red light like I am here, and often this intersection in particular and this time of day, and grackles would just swarm out of the sky and alight all along the power lines. I see no more grackles. And as much as they are bizarre, I do think they were of assistance in controlling, to a certain extent, our roach population. I could be wrong about that. Maybe they were just carrying the roaches around, you know. But yeah, I don't see them anymore. I mean, I see it one or two here and there, but not the swarms. Maybe they have moved elsewhere. I don't see those grackles. I see fewer of the lizards. I don't see very many of them. They may be popping out though. We had more of them last summer, but there was a summer a couple of years ago where those guys were everywhere. They were everywhere. I don't see too many of them anymore. Occasionally though, one of them has a death wish and sneaks its way somehow into my bedroom. I'll find one in there. And I say death wish because I do everything in my power to capture them and release them back out into the wild. But they're not exactly easy to capture. But they're gonna die if they stay indoors, you know, in the air conditioning. So I don't see too many of those. Lately though, we have been having, and I caught this on film last weekend and put it in the vlog, at the Arboretum. I caught a little caterpillar. We have been having a ton of caterpillars, so maybe that's heralding some new circle of life, if you will. I don't know. I do not know, but I do know that in my time here, I have seen certain critters come and go, and I don't see the grackles like they once were. They're not grackling on. Mathnasium, the mathler. See, I would much rather have mathnasiums popping up, something that I'm not gonna patronize. I would rather have mathnasiums than smoke and vape shops. Yeah. Guys, I came in tonight with my Carousel intensive foot repair because this I use a couple of nights a week. It really helps cut down on the buildup of callus. I don't like being barefoot. I'll wear open-toed sandals, but it's more for show, like, oh, this goes with my outfit. But when I am inside, I do not want to walk around barefoot. Anyway, y'all, I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog, that you're having a great weekend. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and as always, don't forget, sunscreen and subscribe. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.